Thank you for joining me, good people, after this crazy day of testimony and cross-examination of Jane Doe. We had the voice memo of P. Diddy before a grand jury. Prosecution didn't even want to allow the voice memo to be entered into evidence to be heard by the jury, but it was heard by the jury. And his voicemail undermined some real key testimony. Best thing is for us to just listen to it.
Hey, baby, we had a great time. Stay in the light. It's all good. Get your rest. You are the crack pipe. That's my new name for you, crack pipe. Or should I call you CP? But yeah, I want you to stay in the light. You know what I'm saying? We had a very, very good time together. Like so much fun. So much fun. Now go rest up. Get in your bag. You know what I'm saying? Got your contract. Find a nice little spot, put your mind at ease, and yeah, I had a great time. And I really, really want you to get some rest. I didn't know about you throwing up and all that. That's when I was like, hold up a second. All right, get some rest, baby. Love.
It sounded like the man could not be happier, that he could not be happier. And you know what he likes to do. I would say that Diddy innocently said this, but it don't even sound right, because we know that Brother Love has done so much wrong. But hasn't reached the level of Rico. He's almost over the moon pleased. What did she do? What? I don't want to know. It's actually not our business. It's actually not our business. But Miss Jane Doe saying that she felt pressured, and that the first time that she did it was something that she did. It was just like experimental, and she thought it was like a one-off. You hear him talking about her getting the home and the love contract. That happened in 2023, 2 years after they started dating. So she took it to levels and she had to be a very convincing performer for him to be that happy. I mean, like I said, Diddy's done enough wrong. You don't need to embellish your stories or stretch the truth. You could just lay it out there, and the jury and the judge can listen to the evidence, testimony brought, and make their decision. Why a grand jury? This story about her being at one of Diddy's love scenes. She testified and distinctly described a situation where she threw up, vomited, and Diddy was like, "That's good, you vomited. Now you can get ready for the next one." That is so specific and horrific for a lot of people. And it made the jury like, what? That would bring you into the forced labor area. You could argue that she didn't want to go on. It's obvious after somebody throws up. Actually, I don't remember what her response was to that. But from the voice memo, you could see that Diddy didn't even know. It was like, whoa, you was rolling like a champ. Wow, that was off the chain. I had such a good time. I had so much fun. So, oh yeah, and that you threw up? Oh, I didn't know about that. Maybe the entertainer witnessed that, or she let him know at some other point. It doesn't seem like from the voice memo that they discussed it at all, how happy he was. They just went on and on and on, and it wrapped up, and he probably said something lightweight and they went their separate ways. But he had to call her extra and say, "Woo, girl, you did the thing. Whoa, that's what I'm talking about. You my crack pipe." It could be cute, but I guess when we know the context of why he's saying that she's a crack pipe, it just don't land very well. Diddy is really bad enough with all his bad boy for life, the way he rolls, and all the rumors. That's what I thought this trial was going to be about. All these, really, where are the bones buried? I thought we were really going to hear. These are not buried bones. These are people getting into agreements with Diddy so far. And everybody needs immunity. Can Diddy say, "I want to testify under immunity"? Man, it's too late for him. I know it don't work like that. It really is like a bunch of criminals. And Jane Doe, her advisors and her legal counsel, they really made a smooth move having her testify under Jane Doe, the pseudonym, because it shields her from having to go into her history. And even this performance, don't say that use my child's gender. Just say my child. It's like, really? If you were really about protecting your child, like really, that you're looking out for your child's well-being, you would not have him in that scene. I could see maybe want to give your child a better life, having him have access to resources, to have a lot of financial support. I hear that. I can imagine kids could be around Puff, but not when he has you doing what he has you doing. Like the other escorts, I'm sure they wouldn't bring their children around Diddy either. And I don't think they felt like their lives were threatened. And it's like, it's no shame. I wouldn't pass judgment on people for what they do. And actually, these escorts seem like they're the most upstanding of all the witnesses that have come forward, especially the Punisher. Man, I really need to get his legal name in my head. He's so eloquent. He's so smooth. Even the way he talked about Cassie, always them having like 15 minutes of discussion, back and forth, little pleasantries, getting comfortable, getting warmed up. It was really like an agreement between adults. And he never felt like Cassie was reluctant or not at ease. They were great clients for him. Great clients that he felt they had a strong bond with each other, and this is just what they do. Like rich people with a lot of money and a lot of resources, they can do some experiments. Jane Doe, this woman has some history. This woman is that kind of woman that has packaged herself to catch a billionaire and to be that arm candy at a rich man's side, at a very, very successful man's side. That is her goal. That is her aim. That is what she was making moves for. That's why she drop kicked her friend. It's like, you're expendable. But she had some things to protect, and her son wasn't one of them. She wanted to keep it on the down low that her and Diddy had hooked up. She didn't want that news out because she has a history and connection to people. And that worked well for Diddy. It's like, this is right up my alley. This makes you even more of a candidate for what I have in mind. But Diddy waited. He waited to the right moment to find out where she's at. He wined her and dined her. They want to act like that was like she was lured. He Diddied her. He's a billionaire. He's taking her here, there, shopping, showing her a good time, eating, drinking. How can it be anything but fun? But Diddy saw something in her. He saw something in her, and this woman came with her own vibe. The kind of vibe that most people can see. People can see when, oh, you're in academia. Oh, you look like, oh, you got the mom vibe. She had that vibe. But Diddy, he wanted to be sure. So what did he do? He started showing her some adult films. And then he started having a conversation like, let me check this out. Let me make sure she's about that kind of love. Let me make sure. So he started having a conversation with her. And she responded the way he likes. And he's like, we can make this happen right now. Both of them were hot-tailed. She was hot-tailed after Diddy. She had her interest and Diddy had his interest, and she was down for it. She was down for it over and over and over and over again until she saw Young Miami at his side, rolling more like a queen-like, where she had to be on the down low, and she herself coming into it, she wanted to be on the down low first because she drop kicked her friend and she has ties. She got this Jane Doe thing going on, which is supposedly to protect her son, but I think it's more so to protect her from having to expose her history, which would let you know a lot of things about her, and probably that none of this stuff is new. None of the toxicity in relationships is new for her. And you know what? That's not to shame adults for doing what they do. How Diddy came to walk down this dark path. Some people don't even think it's dark. Some people just think it's the wild side. You know, a lot of places just paying for adult entertainment, exchanging money for those kind of favors, it's not even illegal. So it's not something I would do. And Diddy knows a lot of women wouldn't do that. And he probably has women, like he has his women, that he would never even ask that of. But somebody that can go the distance with him, that's willing to even try, that's a nice partner for Diddy. And he had that in her. But now she's on the stand and she's throwing him on the bus. It's like no honor amongst thieves. Like two bank robbers, and one of them, they just start singing to the authorities, throwing the other one under the bus. And that's what she's doing. She's like low key, micro aggressive. She's salty. She's salty about Young Miami, and knowing that she looking and saying, I'm not winning this game. She's looking at Young Miami and Gina and Joy. She's like, I'm not winning this game. This is like his spare change. But he's dropping it on them. I mean, and they get to Instagram and, oh, look at us. We got it going on like Donkey Kong. And she's in the shadows, and she wanted to come out of the shadows, and that just was not happening because he didn't want that. Diddy probably got other like friends that he likes to do pharmaceuticals with. That's not necessarily the people that he want to bring to a business meeting around his high-powered clients and partners. He keeps people in a place like a lot of people do. You have work buddies. Maybe you're not inviting them to Thanksgiving. It's like everything is compartmentalized, and she wanted to break out. No, I want to do it like them. What's up with that? And the defense did something. They brought a lot of testimony out with her text messages and things she said that she easily and readily admitted on the stand. Like, didn't you tell Paul that you let Diddy go too far and that it was your fault? That's what Terry Greer said to her. And she said, yes, I did. And even the multiple dudes from the transcript, what I understand, she's the one that introduced that. You think he's not going to ask for that again? It must be something about her that she thought at some point she was going to be able to control Diddy. That it may be because he was not well in his mind, and he is that far with his addiction, with these multiple drugs and also the other things he needs. So she probably thought she can get in there. You're like, I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna own this whole thing. I really think that's what it was. Was it love? Like she's sitting on the stand, coming with that meek and mild, but the mask fell off. The mask fell off and the gloves came off. She don't know what she want to do with Diddy. But if she really loved him, why wouldn't she have visitation with Diddy? She haven't spoke to Diddy since before he got arrested. Diddy has a problem even communicating with his attorneys. So if she cared about him that much, why wouldn't she attempt to communicate with him? What's it about? Unless they got something behind the scenes, this thing is like really a whole mess. The only thing that's really 100% clear is that they had a really sloppy, messy thing going on. Very sloppy. And Diddy, he went to great lengths to do it and to keep it quiet. And he trusted her with that secret. Some people do that stuff, and it may not be public information, but it's not really a secret. You couldn't shame them about that. But Brother Love, he did not want that out. No. But baby girl, I think she was really into the sport of it. When you listen to that message, let's listen to that again. And I'm gonna stop at some certain points because some things caught my attention. Let me just play that again.
Hey baby, we had a great time. Stay in the light. It's all good. Get your rest. You are the crack pipe. That's my new name for you, crack pipe. Or should I call you CP?
Now, he told her to get her rest. Like, take, it's obvious she needs rest after that, but it's not like, he's calling her just to schedule the next one. He's not that cold with it. I think Diddy, most people say the man is charming. He knows how to show you a good time. Look at him hosting all these parties. He don't have to host those parties. He like to see people have a good time. He is addicted to the good time. Let me just go on. Listen to it.
But yeah, I want you to stay in the light. You know what I'm saying? We had a very, very good time together. Like so much fun. So much fun. Now go rest up, get in your bag.
Get in your bag. We know what that means. Maybe everybody on the jury and even all of the attorneys, they don't really understand that the bag is meaning go get your money, go make stuff happen for yourself like you want to. He's in support of that. That's probably one of his biggest attractions to Young Miami, that she's out there, she's making moves, she's doing it, she's out in the world making her name, she's dropping it. So all this that he had her restricted, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Got your contract, find a nice little spot, put your mind at ease.
He did that to put her mind at ease, getting that home. She's talking about on her testimony that he dangled that place, her house, taking care of that. He dangled that in her face, but she dangled the parties in his face. And she didn't have to put herself in that situation. Now, if she was my sister, first I would slap her if she was my sister. No, I take that. No, you too. I don't mean that. But I would say, yeah, you do need to be taken care of. But at the same time, I would say, make sure that you can cover your expenses even without him. Because we know how romantic connections go, how hookups go, how, when you be in somebody's boot call, they don't typically last forever. Even marriages don't last forever. So make sure that you can take care of that no matter what he does. Because this man can pick women up and drop them like potato chips. Let's hear the rest.
And yeah, I had a great time. And I really, really want you to get some rest. I didn't know about you throwing up and all that. That's when I was like, hold up a second. All right, get some rest, baby. Love.
Okay, so he's all about get rest. He may as well, if we didn't know what was going on, that would just sound like the sweetest message. Like he's just looking after her and wants her to know that he had a great time. And that is what it is. Except we know that they do some way out stuff together. It's not a lot of women that would have said yes to that. And her rationale, her arguments, her justification, it's not working except for the fact that she wanted to do it and she was willing to do that for that kind of catch, Diddy. She saw something that she felt like she could make it work. And if Diddy got people chained up, locked up in warehouses, behind bars, in basements, assaulting people, let him pay for that. But somebody partying and entertaining with another person, why is this reaching the federal level? Let's hear the federal offenses. That's what I want to hear. But this should bring all of this woman's testimony into question, except for some things that we just know are clear. But her embellishments, we know the way she got on the stand. Oh, yes, they said they could barely hear the people sitting closest to her. They could barely hear her. But then when the defense got to her, she just, and of course the mention of Young Miami's name. Man, jealousy like that. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. I just had to jump on here. It is late where I am in this part of the world. Let's see what happens with the rest. The defense is going to start bringing their witnesses and we're going to see what it do. Until I see y'all the next time, keep living your life like it's golden. Peace.